So the decommissioning plan addresses, provides a process for how a telescope is to be decommissioned on Mauna Kea. And it's quite a process, and it involves a lot of consultation as to how much the site is to be restored, whether or not it's going to be restored to its original condition, or whether it's going to be some other modification, because it depends a lot on the environmental impacts on how the restoration is going to be handled. But it does involve the community in determining how that site is going to be restored. In terms of how much it's going to cost and who pays for it, the telescope operator or the telescope owner is responsible for the decommissioning costs of that facility. The decommissioning plan calls for any new telescope, such as the 30-meter telescope, to provide a guarantee for having the funds available at the time they decommission. So all the other telescopes were built prior to the development and approval of the decommissioning plan, but the 30-meter telescope has provided a guarantee that it will have the monies available at the time they decommission, at the time they feel that their telescope needs to come down. They will be putting monies aside, and they estimate that it's going to cost in future dollars about $83 million to decommission. They are putting monies aside from now for that point in time when they actually do decommission their facility. For UCURT and JCMT, they have done an estimate. They have had a review by outside consultants as to how much it's going to cost to decommission those facilities, and monies have been put into an account to cover the cost of decommissioning for those facilities. Mm-hmm.
Here's just one more question you might be able to help us with. Is there if there are shuttles, will observatory staff be required to use them as well as the public?
The rules, as we go forward with rulemaking, which covers public activities and commercial activities, the shuttle system would apply primarily to the public because of the use of a number of two-wheel drive vehicles that go up to the summit. So the shuttles will, the initial shuttle system, if one were to be implemented, would apply to the public. We would have to address how the observatories are going to try, if they can, consolidate the use of the vehicle usage. That is a future discussion we will have with them.